Today I'm breaking down Oribe, where it came from, who made it, and then I'm gonna do a deep dive into my top 13 favorite products, as well as a demo on a brand new product from the line. So let's just get into it. So Oribe was born in 1956 in Cuba and immigrated to the United States when he was 6. When he was a teenager, he stumbled into hairdressing I believe he was in Buffalo, New York, and he met the legendary, iconic Garen, the hairdresser. But Garen basically encouraged him to move to New York to pursue the industry. And that's where the magic happened. He started collaborating with, I'm using the word icons and legends a lot, but that's just because they are, with the legendary photographer Steven Meisel, who, along with Oribe doing hair, did a lot of work with Francois of NARS. And together, this trio basically defined the language of that decade. Oribe was known for all of those big, gigantic, glamorous looks on like Cindy Crawford, all the supermodels, Linda Evangelista. And he worked super close with Gianni Versace. He did so many runway shows for all the top designers. And then he did, I think, something like 400 covers of magazines. And as someone who has done hair for covers of magazines, I can't imagine doing 400 covers. That is absolutely bonkers to me, and it's just so impressive. So to know that he did all of that work editorially and on runways and working with top A-list celebrities like Jennifer Lopez, you can understand when you use these products that these were made by somebody who understood hair. He had salons all over New York, Columbus Avenue, Soho, inside the Elizabeth Arden store. In 2008, he co-founded the Oribe brand, and the rest is history. These are staples in my kit since I discovered them. Sorry, there was a thing floating in the air. Oribe Hair Care in 2008, which I didn't really know that has been around that long. They are extensions of his professional toolkit and things that I think that, for me at the time, were super innovative. You just didn't have products that worked quite the way they did, especially the dry texture spray and the Après Beach. They were, and this was when I discovered them, was around the time that beachy wave was really, really at the height of everything. And these were just like, you couldn't really get a texture like that. These are my still favorite texturizing products of all time. I've worked with some other ones, but nothing comes close to these two. Also, if you've ever used these products, you know that their fragrance, their scent is so special, so magical. And I have been spreading this rumor that I heard for years, which turns out not to be true. I heard that Tom Ford designed the fragrances for all of these products, and it's not true. I couldn't find it anywhere. I even used AI to help me do a deep dive on it. Apparently it's not true, but they are super special. So I thought I'd just touch really quickly on the fragrances, because when you're using them, you feel like you're using something that's luxury, which is it's just an added bonus that they perform super well, but then they also smell so sexy and sophisticated and luxurious. Oribe worked with, I'm gonna say this wrong, Robert. Oh, sorry, but it's one of the oldest French fragrance houses of all time, and they created this thing called Côte d'Azur, the Blue Coast, Côte d'Azur. I'm so sorry for my French pronunciation, but it was not Tom Ford. So that's all to say that rumor that I've been spreading for decades is not true. So the scent notes, the top notes are fresh lemon, black currant, Calabrian bergamot, and Sicilian orange. The heart is tuberose, blue cyclamen, and white butterfly jasmine. And the dry down settles into sandalwood, vetiver, and crisp amber. It's citrusy and bright up top, floral in the middle, and warm grounding at the base. And you get the full experience with all of the products in the line, and it's just, for lack of a better word, sexy. It's modern, and I am addicted to it. Sometimes I just spray it on my clothes because I like it so much. Which they've come out with perfumes and candles and incense that smell like it, so clearly it's a common note that they get from people that the scent is just next level. So I don't have all of the products that I'm going to talk about, and I haven't tried a lot of what Oribe has to offer. I've never done shampoo and conditioners, mostly because I get sent so much hair product. For me to buy something, like, I can't. But they have, I went to an event around award season. Look at all the products that they have. Sorry about the reflection. They have so many things, including, like I said, candles and hand wash and everything. Their fragrances are so special. So I'm not gonna be talking about everything, but I am gonna be talking about the products that have been in my kit and the products that I try out so many hair styling products that if something makes it into my bathroom, that it means I really love it. So first I'm gonna start off with the dry texture spray. This is kind of on the low side of it. But this, oh, the other thing is they just came out with the Supershine Smoothing Wax Stick. So I'm gonna be demoing that. That's why I kind of have a lot of messy flyaways right now. I'm not gonna apply this to my hair only because I wanna try that out. This is an essential in my kit. Actually, all of these 13 products are essentials, but this one is like, you know, it's like that undone, messy, you just spent the day at the beach, the salt water is in the air, it's gritty, it's piecey, it's scrunchable. But what I love about this is that it doesn't leave your hair feeling dirty. It just feels piecey. It feels like you were at the beach. And I love that. And the volume that this adds is just magical. So for sure. And of course, it smells like absolute heaven. And then following that is my second can't live without. This is the Après Beach Wave and Shine Spray. So the thing that makes this a little bit different is this is more of a matte finish, and this has a little bit of shine to it, which I love. So sometimes I do want a more matte finish. I think sometimes if the outfit that you're wearing or when my clients are wearing have a lot of shine, I like to kind of balance it with some matte texture. Vice versa, sometimes I want a little bit of shine. And as always, it doesn't leave your hair feeling crunchy. That's why I like these so much, so that you can still touch your hair and it feels really beautiful. And this, you know, like everything, the Sicilian orange, the beachy spray, like you're in the Amalfi Coast and you're smelling all of the citrus. They're just dreamy, 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 dreamy scents. Ugh. I really get the amber and the leather at the end. These are just like some of my favorite. Next, the Rock Hard Gel. This is, you know, the last couple of years, I'd say like 3 to 5 years, it's been so many slick back bun looks. And I won't do anything without this, because a lot of different products, as they dry down, these little bits start to puff up. And then if I'm not going with my client to touch them up and lay them back down, all the little flyaways, it makes me a little nervous. But if you put this in anybody's hair, it's not moving until you shampoo it out. This is a reliable gel. If you want something to never budge, this is your favorite one. And what I like about this is that it doesn't smell like an 80s gel. This is like a very sophisticated scent. And to follow in the gel of it all, the next gel I use a lot is the Gel Serum Radiance Magic and Hold. So this is just like a typical gel, and this has a little bit of reflect in it. So when I work on doing buns for red carpets like this, I pulled this out of my professional kit. This was like an old mirror cover that I lost the mirror to, but I kept this. And so what I do, always shake all of your products, is I put a little bit of the Rock Hard Gel. I'm not gonna do a lot just because I don't want to waste the product. I actually took this out of my styling kit so I could show you. And then a little bit of the Gel Radiance Serum. Hello. And you can see the textures. That's the Rock Hard Gel is the creamy one, and then the Radiance one is the more clear one. And then I take a mascara wand. I get these on Amazon. It's got a bamboo handle, so it's a little less plastic, which I like. And I blend them together. So I get the hold of the Rock Hard Gel, but I like the little radiance that the gel serum gives, so that when my clients are under the lights, it really shines. Like, it's just, this combo is so good. And again, it feels like absolute heaven. I want to put this in my hair so bad, but I'm going to wait because I want to try out the new product. Next up is Gold Lust Dry Heat Protection Spray. There is never an iron that's going to go into any of my clients' hair or my own hair without this first. I absolutely adore this product. I can't explain it, but it kind of like, well, first of all, it adds heat protection. And when you're styling hair as much as I'm styling my own hair, my client's hair, I have to have some form of heat protection. And this one, I love that it has that quality. It's lightweight, it's never sticky. It's called Dry Heat Protection Spray because you can't even see it in the hair, which is super important. Before you put an iron in your hair, you don't want something that's wet or like shiny because you're asking for some breakage. So this is a beautiful product. It's invisible, weightless. It just does what it says. And I love that when you combine it with an iron, like a curling iron or flat iron, it also gives a very nice little bit of shine, which is an added benefit. But this is, before there's an iron, there's this. So then I have a couple of blowout products. This is the Royal Blowout Heat Styling Spray. I just took it out of the box actually, because my old one has really seen better days. What I love about, so good. This one, I find cuts down on dry time, which is great. It increases the amount of smoothness that you can get in a blowout. I just find that I have to work a little less hard to get the smoothed effects of a blowout, but it's super lightweight. Like I just sprayed on my hand and it's invisible. It's super lightweight and it's not gonna weigh it down. I love this for my clients with more like a medium, fine to medium hairstyle. They also have an Imperial Blowout Transforming Style Cream, and I use this on myself. I have medium thickness, medium density hair. It's wavy, straight, it's all over the place, it's super frizzy, so I need a little bit more love. So this is, you can use this on thick hair, but I find that if you're dealing with frizz, I prefer a cream, but they're both beautiful blowout products. And of course, I'm gonna stop saying it. The scent is amazing. The Mystify Restyling Spray. So this is interesting. I like to prolong my blowouts because I hate giving myself blowouts. On like day 2 after I've slept all night, kind of like what's happening here, I will just blow out my bangs and kind of give it a refresher. You can do that with water, or you can do this restyling spray. So it kind of just preps your hair to not do a full start over. It's just kind of like a rezhuzh. Kind of think of this as like, my makeup has been on, I just need a little powder to kind of touch things up. That's this. So it's also got, oh, there we go. I was gonna say it has a nice fine mist right into my water. Oh, and it smells just a little bit different. It has like a soft citrusy top note, very, very light. So you wanna think of this as not like restarting over, you're just kind of rezhuzhing. I love it, it's great. Okay, the next one I don't have here with me, but I'll pop a picture of the bottle here, the tube. It's the Straightaway Smoothing Blowout Cream. And this is for days when we're going for the pin straight, 6 straight. You are going to blow your hair out. You want to lock out all the frizz. There's no dry texture. There's no PC. This is for, you know, after this kind of blowout, I would probably run an iron through it. There's not a lot of waves. This is for like straight, pin straight hair, like share hair. It's beautiful. It's really thick. It's like very, very creamy. If you have super fine hair, I wouldn't recommend it. Oh, I also don't have this one. It's the Matte Waves Texture Cream or Lotion, Texture Lotion. So this is like a light lotion that is opposed to like the Rose Lotion, which gives beautiful hydration. The Matte Texture Lotion, well, also Rose has beautiful shine enhancing qualities. This one is matte, so there's not a lot of shine. It's more of like a lightweight lotion that gives a pieciness. You want to keep that matte texture. It's really, really nice. And then we have the Flash Form Finishing Spray Wax, which is kind of like if the Après Beach and the Dry Texture Spray had a baby. It has a little bit of each of those. It's more of a waxy look, waxy finish. I kind of like to do this if I'm if I'm doing the hair of someone with a short hair. It can work on light hair, but it's kind of like to get that PC look. It's instead of using like a tub of wax, this is a nice spray wax. This is innovative, and I really like this product. Superfine Hair Spray. I thought I had some of that. Oh, it's not here, but it's you know, I've had this product in my product cabinet for a long time, but because I always used Elnet, I never tried it. Then I ran out of Elnet and I was like, what else could I use? Because nothing works like that. And I finally put this in my kit and it stayed there. So I still use Elnet, but I really like this. It's super fine. I wish I had it in front of me. It's a super fine mist. It's very light. So then you can like work with it. You can brush it, you can comb it, all the reasons why Elnet is so popular. This one is like, you know, it doesn't smell flexible hold, but I would say it's on the lighter side. The mist is super light. So this is just like a working hairspray. It will never leave your hair feeling crunchy or dirty with a bunch of product. It's a beautiful working hairspray. Okay, so now I want to do a demo on this new product, the Supershine Smoothing Wax. It's a silkening in a stick, my eyes are so bad. Designed for seamless styling, this buildable wax glides into hair, providing flexible hold and all-day control. Castor seed oil combines with Supershine's cranberry complex to deliver nourishment while smoothing and refining to impart a radiant, polished shine. The result is a sleek, sculpted perfection. Apply to damp or dry hair to smooth strands. Brush through for a sleek finish. This Supershine collection was reformulated with sustainability in mind. I didn't know this. I learned this about when I was doing research for this. It's free of PEGs, BHT, EDTA, oxytenox, octinoxate and high VOCs. Uses a more biodegradable ingredients than previous formulas, so it performs and it's clear. It looks like the star ingredients, I'm just gonna read from this so I don't get this wrong. Watermelon, lychee, and edelweiss, which help provide, protect from environmental what? Oh, damage, including dryness, UV exposure, and oxidative stress. Then there's the cranberry complex. It has cranberry extract and oil, which hydrates and smooths the hair, cuticle, enhanced shine. Castor seed oil. Oh, so that's what keeps it from feeling stiff or waxy. It's actually conditioning your hair while it holds. The formula is buildable. You can use a small amount for flyaways or layer it for a sleeker, more sculpted result. The versatility is what makes it special, I guess. So that's very cool. I'm excited to try this. And and you see, I have lots of flyaways, so we're really gonna put this to the test. So when I give, I should brush out my hair first. Let me brush out my hair. So when I do sleek looks on my clients, I like to usually, okay, let me gather my thoughts. Usually when I give sleek looks like this to my clients, I like to, like I said, get this little thing going, layer. I kind of do it in sections where I'll take a little piece of this. I take a little piece of this at the end, and I use this technique where I run it in, and then I just start to apply it to the hair until it's basically all coated. So that is, like I said, not gonna go anywhere. That's a foolproof way of keeping your hair in a bun. But today I want to just see, like I said before, you have to, this is not gonna come out until you're in the shower with shampoo. You can't run a brush through it. It is locked in. So if you want that look for a special occasion and you don't want it to move, that's the thing for you. But I want to try out this and see that it's, you know, more of a flexible finish, and I want to see what I can do with just like me and myself and my house right now. So it comes in this cute little, it feels like a deodorant stick kind of, and it has this little plastic stopper, which I'm probably going to put on after this to keep it from drying out. But that's the stick, and I wonder how I'm gonna get it up. Well, I don't know how to push the stick up, but immediately, oh, thicker than I thought it would be. And it has a little bit of shine. Yeah, okay, interesting. All right, I just noticed that I have a little bit of a wave here. I'm just gonna go blow that out really quick. That's what I would do with any of my clients, is just if they have any curl or wave and we want that slick back look. I mean, you can have if you have super curly, coily hair and you want a slick back look, you don't have to straighten your hair first. But for all intents and purposes, usually when I'm doing a slick back bun, I kind of want it to be straight first. So at least for myself, that's what I'm gonna do real quick. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go blow out these little curls. Actually, I'm gonna do this on camera so I can use the restyling spray. This is a good way to demo this too. So just these little bits around that are a little curly. All right, so let's start at the neck. This is gonna take me 2 seconds. Okay, so my little hair has been smoothed out. You can see that Mystify Styling Spray. It feels like absolutely nothing. There's no tacky feel of any product. I'm gonna gather my hair into a ponytail. And I'm gonna place this bun, so you can do a low bun, you can do a top knot, but I feel like most generally I like to place a bun kind of so that it sits right where the cheekbone travels. I just think it gives a nice little lift. So that's where I'm gonna put my bun. So that's where I'm gonna start my ponytail. So I'm going to just gather my hair. I'm gonna use a Mason Pearson little brush to kind of gather my hair at the height that I want my bun to be. So again, just kind of keeping that line with your cheekbone. You could do a low bun as well, but I just think that this, like I said before, I'm repeating myself, is a nice line from your cheekbone. I think it's just really flattering. So gather. All right, gather into an elastic. I have a color matched one. This is, I think, where I'm happy for it to sit. You can see all those little flyaways around my hairline and my neck. We're gonna see how this new product grabs them all. So this is a nice tight bun, so a nice tight ponytail. And I'm going to be using, yeah, I have a lot of flyaways. I think it's new growth. So I see that this is here. I'm just gonna take a comb and kind of like go over it so you kind of close any holes. I actually don't like the way that looks, and it's like puckering a little bit. You can see that here, so I'm gonna take it down and do it again. And oftentimes when I'm doing updos for red carpets, this happens. You kind of, it's like sculpture. You know, once it's, I mean, with this look, you kind of have to get it right before you start to put all the gel in, because once the gel's in, you're locked in for the ride. But I think that looks better. Yeah, that's better. Try this again. Yeah, that's better. All right, and for pins today, I'm using my brand, Day Rate Beauty. As always, I'm gonna use a mix of foundation pins and min pins. These are 3-inch, these are 2-inch, and they're both styling pins. They come in this cute little tube, so helps you keep track of them. So I'm gonna take one foundation pin out, get these ready, take all the lids off so that you can see the size difference. These are 2, these are 3. So you can work out of the tubes. It makes it really easy. You know, I think I'm going to apply some of this to my ponytail. I wish I knew how to, oh, turn it. It's like that. Okay. All right, we're in business now. I'm just gonna apply some of this to the outside of my ponytail so that once I twist it into a bun, it will be more of a smooth bun. It won't have so much flyaways. And that's working really nicely. Definitely will have to wash my hair, but this is more flexible and moldable than gel is, so that's good. Before I put my bun in, twist my bun in, I'm gonna lay down these edges. So let's give it a go. Oh, ho, ho. Very nice, wow. Ooh, I like this. You can see the difference. Can you see the difference? Oh, I like this. Oh, wow. Oh my God, that is fast. Wow. It's giving that like gel hold without being like sticky or like yeah, I guess that's the whole point. Like they said, this is more of a workable product. Like I said before, once the gel is in, that's it. This is doing such a good job of getting all the hair. I like that you're applying it straight from the tube. Watch this. Wow, that's nice. I really like that. Woo, snatched. I'm actually gonna take my rings off because I don't want the rings to snag the hair out of place. So this is feeling very good, and it smells so good. It smells so good. All right, now I'm gonna take this little, it's kind of like a toothbrush, but it's makeup artists use it to groom brows. I'm just gonna go over that product and help lay it down even more. It's really, wow. Well, leave it to Oribe, innovation. It's got that slick back look without feeling horrible. Wow. Yeah, snatched. Now you want to do the hair around your face first so that you can put the bun over whatever you just push back. So I'm gonna now give this a little comb through. Oh, I really like this. A little smoothing, extra smoothing of the pony. The more you smooth it out now, the more easy it's gonna be once you start putting pins in. Okay, I'm gonna turn around and hopefully get this on camera. We'll see. I'm gonna get a pin ready. I'm going to twist and coil. Twist and coil. Twist and coil until you're fully in. And then I'm just gonna go in between wherever the bun is and the hair. And just flip it around and push it. And what's nice about that is you can feel the pin going underneath the elastic so you know you're locked in. See, that's one pin and it's holding everything up. I'm gonna take a couple more min pins, that's the smaller ones, and just go around the bun. Oh, hello. I can't see what I'm doing, so bear with me. I need a mirror. Where's the mirror? Oh, here's a mirror. Ooh, that's a dirty mirror. Okay, well, it's a little bit off center, but that's okay. We're gonna live with it. I'm already seeing a little bit of hair pick up. I don't know if you can catch that, but just there. So I'm gonna go over with a little bit of a little more product. And I like that this has castor oil in it because sometimes I feel like putting all that gel in my client's hair is so drying. I like that this has a little bit of nourishing ingredients. Well, that is a bun, huh? I've got a little bit of foliage back here, but that's just because I shaved my neck and now it's regrowing. So I'm just gonna take a pin and kind of gather where I have that little piece that's falling and just gather it and push it up into the bun. And because my pins are color matched, they're gonna blend more seamlessly into the bun. Well, I am pleasantly surprised at that product. I mean, not like I would think that it would be bad at all. Only thing is if you're a pro, I don't know how sanitary it is to glide this on your client's hair, but it's gotta be okay, right? Yeah, I'm into that. And I love how shiny my hair is right now. You know, I did this on myself, so there's things that I would be able to tweak on one of my clients, like putting the bun right in the middle of the head and like making the bun perfect and making sure there's no, flyaways like that. But overall, I'm glad I tested this out. This is immediately going into my kit. I'm very into this idea. Sometimes these wax sticks are, and put the lid back on because I feel like this outer lid isn't snapping on as tightly as I want. That's one thing I would like to pick a bone with. Oribe. You see how these two products don't have lids? Not Oribe, rest in peace. He passed away, by the way. I hate saying that, but Oribe, the people at Oribe, your lids don't stay on. And I am always like losing them and then this is of course staying on, not proving my point, but most of the time the lids do not stay on and then I travel with them in my suitcases and then these get pushed through travel and luggage going upside down and everything. So can you make tighter fitting lids? Literally is my only gripe. So I can even feel with this, like it's not as tight as I want it to be. So tighter fitting lids, please. But if you're not a traveling hairdresser, not an issue. Just leave it without the lid. Well, this is for sure a new favorite, and as are all of these goods that have been in my kit in my bathroom forever. And yeah, let me know if there's products from Oribe that you've tried that you love. And thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to follow me at Hair by Aviva, my brand Day Rate Beauty, and of course, the legend, the icon, Oribe. Thank you, Oribe, for continuing to make just magical products. I don't know what I would do out you, literally. Do you like this format of video? Because I could do like my favorites from other hair brands that I know and love and test and try, and give you my favorites of the line. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. As always, thank you for being with me. I post 7 days a week. Every Wednesday and Saturday are long form, and the rest of the week are short little content gems for me. So thank you for hanging out with me, and as always for being here. See you in my next one.